going on here? My intro's not working. Okay, hello, welcome to my Manic Mondayz, the movie on the Indie Escape here, the show on the Indie Escape network. Sorry, I was trying to get my intro going and it did not go. Let's see if I could see what's going on here. See if it'll play. Why are you not? There's not you know what? Let's just hang out for a second. Hello, everybody. I have no idea what I'm playing right now. I had it going. All right. Well, this is the My Manic Mondayz. I'm your host, CJ Robles. We're going to talk about mental health and movies. I'm sorry, I have no idea what's going on. My mic is muted. Why is that? Is it play? I wonder if I have too many things. Hold on. Sorry. That might be the case. All right, let's try this again. Sorry about that, everybody. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Hello, good evening. My name is CJ Robles, and welcome to my Manic Mondayz on the Indie Escape Network, where creators unite. This is the movie and mental health show. Sorry for the weird intro. It's just it goes to what's been going on lately with just my life. This is the interactive vlog on the Indie Escape Network. It's with your neighborhood filmmaker slash graphic designer, actor, whatever. Content creator, podcast host. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so lately at the theater, we've been having issues with the internet, with the Wi-Fi, and sometimes it'll like we use Spotify to start shows, and we use Spotify to use music to cue exits and whatnot. Well, sometimes it just happens that when you decide to start the show, the internet doesn't work, and then the show can't be started without any music. And I had like a dry run. That's what I could call it, a dry start. And that's what I just did. It felt so weird. I got to taste of my own medicine, because it's not what I do it on purpose. Like I had it uploaded. I've had this uploaded for an hour, and it's not like I did it to myself on purpose, but it just happens. And man, that's how that feels. Wow, I did not like that. I mean, I can't do anything. I try not to mess up at the theater. I try really hard. But I do wake up early on Saturdays. I still work early. I wake up at 5 still, and it's a long day by the time I get to the last show. So I've been able to take naps lately and try to get so burnt out. But I don't know, it's just I'm just consuming a lot. Like it's just a lot that's coming at me right now, and this is what this whole show's about. So let's get started with mental health real quick, because this is very important now to me. After everything that's going on, and like I know I started a little bit late because let's find something. It was movies and mental health, so let's just somebody passes. It's always, let's see, I just heard that Chrissy Alley just passed. Aw, 71. Let's see, let's check this out. screen. Right here, Google search. Christy Alley, Emmy-winning Cheers star dies at 71. So like, yeah, right before the show started, I was wow, watching this. I just saw somebody post it. She was battling with cancer. Oh, but this is what definitely from Cheers. But I remember her from Look Who's Talking series. That's my brother and I used to watch these movies a lot, and we used to. My brother like he'll quote Look Who's Talking a lot, and Look Who's Talking too. Look Who's Talking now. I get it. I love the concept. I thought it was I like it. A lot of people don't like this movie. It's got Danny DeVito and Diane Keaton. You all know I love Diane Keaton. But yeah, like that's sad. So R.I.P. Christy Alley. It's kind of the show's not about to mourn or anything, but the show's just respect people that had a thing to do with had a thing or two to do with the cinema or pop culture, because it's important. This is where we're kind of going now in the future, because the future is now, everybody. We're doing the I'm still with that. I'm still with the future being we're molding it right now as we speak. It's happening right here. I mean, I'm talking to myself, in like 1922, this would be like called insane person talking to themselves in their bedroom, to like what they talked like a mirror. I would assume back in the day, and nowadays it's considered fun in podcasting. This is definitely a release for me. Like I was looking forward to tonight's episode just to kind of talk. I did do a little trip adventure last week. I didn't want to talk about it. My show's starting to form and mold more than I ever thought it would be. I'm starting to get really what I'm supposed to be doing here. I didn't know it at first, but after with the Jason David Frank interview, I'm about to finish that up. I felt kind of like I got really depressed about that, because going back and watching it and like listening to him, and I was like, damn, I was just recently around him, and it means a lot to me. So I didn't want to just throw it out there, because I don't know. It took me a minute to realize that he has a message in there. And it's not really the fact that I'm supposed to make it look really nice and doll it up. I was really trying to make it look nice for him so he can be like, hey, check it out, it looks cool. No, I think it was more like, hey, get it out there. Like just get his message out. So this Wednesday I'll be finishing it tomorrow, and then this Wednesday I'll have it up, and we'll get it out there on YouTube, and just see how an interview I had with him. I seriously don't know what how to do it, because after a while just like watching it and like going through and looking through all his like archives and all his accomplishments, and just watching all the videos of him, I get sad, I get depressed, because I was just like, damn, like this guy did a lot of stuff, and he loved his fans. He's always talking about his fans, and it's sad. It's a sad thing. So that's why this show is gonna definitely kind of tackle more the mental health, and it's hard. I'm gonna finish off the season alone. We got like 4 more weeks for the New Year's here, and I've been reaching out to people, and some people are just busy holidays, but also I think some people are trying to figure out what the show actually is, and I got to show more people more or less what I've been doing, what I've been learning, because when I have guests on, it's just more to get their hang out with me to learn, but I like learning from people, and the fact that what was I gonna say? The fact that the fact that there's an interview that I have that I'm gonna throw up. I didn't know who. Sorry, I'm out of it. I was like, I didn't know how I was gonna be when I was gonna talk about this subject, because the mental health. The mental health part of this is very important, because it is what this show's about. I started it because you have to get started, and when you get started with something, it'll start coming on its own. So I'm gonna take a little time, maybe a little 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and talk about just. There's mentalhealth.gov, and let's talk about it. This is like if I didn't know anything about what I knew now, and I just needed to go somewhere, and I was having more. Let's define mental health, because that's definitely going to be important, because I want to know what what the definition is on Google. Just because I just wanted to see what we got with we got mental health here. It says here, mental health. A person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. All this pressure seems to be affecting his mental health. Definitely his. So it's a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. So it's mind and heart. It's a big it's a big, I guess what I figured out, they're two separate things. You know, your mind's one thing, your heart's another thing, but they kind of have to coexist. You can't really just like sever them. You kind of have to learn to work together. And what your mind tells you and your heart tells you, your heart can feed your mind. Your mind. And this is just stuff that I'm talking through just experience in life. Through this is what I tell myself. I don't know where I've learned it. I've seen a lot of movies I've learned from. I've gone to a lot. I have a lot of education, and you know, it's also like I have books on like a lot of books on mental health. And when I started reading them, and those actually make me kind of sad too, because like I'm finding this now in my late 30s, and or I've started since my 30s actually, since my early 30s. I actually started in my late 20s, but I didn't. When you go through it, you don't understand it till you start. You have time to reflect. And now looking at it better, I was like, man, I could have started, you know, real young, like 19, 20, but I decided to go down this roller coaster ride of chaos and to figure it out. And I always felt like this all this stuff around me has always been able to like kind of sort of keep me at bay or help me out. So like here we are on the mentalhealth.gov, and like I'm there. I get on this website, and it's just as I like to build websites. It's a lot of information, and you don't really know what to do. I mean, like your well-being. So like understanding, like what am I trying to say? I wanted to just kind of brief over this so I could slowly open more up to this. But like, you know, here we have suicide prevention. Here we have like help for young people. Here we have for older adults. What I just want to share what my point is with mental health, and I think what mental health is like, it's not necessarily a hey, I need to go see a specialist. Hey, I need to go talk to a psychiatrist. Hey, I'm having these thoughts. I think that's part of it. You know, it's because your mind. Because I think it's like because we all have mental health, and I think it's just like breathing. Like you work out your lungs, by running. You work out your muscles by working by exercising, stretching. So you have to work out your mind. As we get older, I feel like it's deteriorating in a different way. These are just all my opinions, and I'm not a doctor. So, but I think mental health is more of a conversation with one, like talking to somebody about just kind of more like not like a vent or a complaint, but more or less like a like it's more of a just understanding that you're not alone. I got on so let's just say what I did last week, because that's what we're here for, is a recap. But I gotta talk about mental health because it's important to where I come from now, and I'm part of the convention. Like regardless whether I know it or whether I like it or not, I'm part of because I love doing it. I love going to Comic Cons. I love going to these conventions. I love going to horror conventions. This is where I met all these people online. Where I'm starting to break out of my realm. I'm starting to break out of my comfort zone way more than I ever thought. It's kind of hard because I'm bringing back so much with me, and I feel like I'm just consuming, and I have so much, and I'd rather just kind of like talk about it. But I mean, it's like the time is just going with or without me. So, but I want to say like this is what I love about the conventions. You know, one of our we lost somebody recently, so it's time for it, and it was mental health related. So this is what my show is about. You know, we're gonna find a happy medium, is what I like to call it. So this episode is this episode is called SMODcasatle Film Festival Recap, because I just got back from Red Bank, New Jersey. I was out there last week. I was just there for 36 hours, about just a day basically. It was fun. I had a good time. I love the people out there. I've been making some good friends out there. There's people just to hang out. Yeah, I had a wonderful time. My flight, it was weird because I literally had to get off of work because we finished work a little bit early. I had to go get my glasses adjusted, and then I had to go to the airport, and then I had to, because my glasses were all stupid, and then what do you call it? Or my contacts, I guess. That's what I say. I got my eyes fixed. I went to there, and then we went to the airport. Man, I gotta understand, like, it's quick. Like, I know how to get to the airport now. It's pretty. I never used to travel as much as I did now, and now that I'm going out there a lot, like just traveling on the airports, going to Vegas, going to Rhode Island, going to Boston, going to, Red Bank, going to Jersey, like going out there, it's starting to be like I'm starting to understand like all the patterns and the waves, but it's exhausting. I don't understand how Kevin Smith does it. He flies a lot. Like he'll fly like 4 times a week or something like that just to get certain events, like, or 3 times, even 2 times in a week is a lot. Like it's exhausting. I mean, I guess if you fly, you have to go somewhere, you have to come back. So I guess you're gonna get 2 minimum. But if you go in like 2 or 3 locations in 1 week, that's exhausting. But before I talk about the film festival, I want to always talk about my my quote that I had, and I didn't upload it. Shame on me. I guess we'll talk about the film festival because I wanted to talk about my Albert Einstein quote because I enjoyed it a lot. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what I'm also maxed out on this memory stuff. Here we go. The only source of knowledge is experience. Albert Einstein. Let's get to know a little bit better. Oh, let's see. Okay, here on the Wikipedia page of Albert Einstein I was born March 14th, about 2 weeks before my birthday, 1879. He is it German? He passed away in 1955 at 76. So he's a physicist, and I bought his book whenever pandemic hit. I ended up buying Albert Einstein's book Theory of Relativity, just because it makes more sense to me now that where you're at, something else is going on over there, wherever, but it's still the same time at the same exact time that what you're doing. So if I'm doing nothing here and somebody is doing nothing somewhere else, then we're both doing nothing at the same time. We're both using the same amount of time to do nothing. But that's pretty, I don't know, I just think it's pretty cool. Like, because now that, like, I guess in retrospect, like, to see somebody to do a podcast or do a Zoom or do, like, you could be on the moon, you could be on a volcano, you could be anywhere. But to be, like, what do you call it? To be at the same time, like, you don't have to be next to each other. I mean, it's always great to be next to each other, to talk to each other, to see movement, to see reactions. Because I also feel like this is also can be easily like manipulated. You could be fake on these shows, and that's what I'm learning. I'm learning. The more I interview people, the more I get to meet people, the more I don't know. I didn't mean to be a journalist. I guess I always keep saying it's a training that I had from when I was younger. Because in Southwest Texas and in Central Texas at the time, we didn't have filmmaking like it is now. So you had to go into something like communications, broadcasting. So I didn't realize that all this stuff that I learned, I'm using it now. And it's kind of funny to me that I was like, oh, I never thought I was going to. Because after a while, I just stopped chasing the university film schools, and I just started doing workshops. And workshops were cheaper and quicker, and you just got either a weekend or 3 weekends, like very rare, but you'd get, or like a month. You meet up for like once a week for a month, and you work on stuff. And I like that, but man, like, I think this is why my show is a vlog. I'll get more of this because I can do it as soon as I pick up what I can. I'm learning to take more pictures. I'm learning to take more video. I just don't like recording myself. I feel weird. I feel silly when I'm just like recording myself. Then I look, but people like are so used to it nowadays. It's just like, I don't know. I see those TikTok influencer videos that they make fun of, and I'm like, well, I don't want to be like that. But I'm not dancing. I don't get the dancing thing. But I do dance, but I don't record myself dancing, or I don't try to do a trend of dancing where somebody can dance with me. But even like that, think about that theory of relativity. Like, I'm learning to dance here in Austin, Texas, and I could fly to Red Bank, New Jersey, and then be just on the train and record myself dancing from a trendy song a dance that's going on right now on the internet that's gone viral. And then I am dancing on the train, recording, and somebody else sees that. Boom, free publicity. So they jump into my video that we both like dance together, and now we're doing social media, socializing, but like online. Not, it's weird. I don't understand it. Like, like you're really not together. Like, we know each other online. Because if you're willing to say it online, you're willing to throw it out there, it's got to mean something, right? It's got to have some value to it. If you're willing to be honest and be able to be recorded, and so somebody can bring it back up later, because even like, I guess like a lot of people from my generation are kind of trapped if you used to like just write or post negative things or horrible things. I don't know, whatever, people that offend people, things that people don't find to deem classy or with taste or whatever. I don't know what offends people, but like, imagine just having like a good year where you just were funny, where people liked your posts, and then 20 years later, people find those posts offensive and they want to get rid of you for something you did for you typing. It's weird, but you never actually did anything. It's kind of Minority Report. Ain't it? I did want to tie this in because I did end up watching this movie with Albert Einstein. Well, it's a Albert Einstein movie, It's called it's a Walter Matthau. That's called IQ, 1994, PG, 1 hour 40 minutes, comedy romance. A mechanic romances the mathematician niece of a physicist Albert Einstein. Oh, sorry, of physicist Albert Einstein with help from him and his friends. Director is Fred. Oh gosh, Shipishi. Oh my, I'm sorry, Shipishi. Writers Andy Beckman and Michael Leeson. Stars Tim Robbins, Meg Ryan, Walter Matthau. This was I saw this. I mean, I saw this when I was a kid. I saw this at the theater, and then I don't. I think I might have seen it like randomly in the 2000s, but I saw this last year, and I think it's more funny now that you have Walter Matthau playing Einstein, like, and the limited abilities that they had back then. And when I say limited, I mean just through books and maybe whatever the interviews they could go through. But he does a pretty good job of just like, I guess it's just, here we go. Oh, Meg Ryan, she's so beautiful. It's like he's playing Einstein, and then he's got a decent accent. But is it believable? Does he kind of look like Einstein? Does he? Yeah, he kind of does. Kind of pulling off the Einstein look. There's actually, Tim Robbins too. This is a good movie. I enjoyed it. Let's see. It's stop. But here we go. But like watching that movie, that like watching it was funny. But it's more of just, it's a movie. It's fictional. They just use Einstein as the main character, or was like one of the co-stars, I guess, or one of the helpers. But all right, here we are. So I guess a couple weeks ago I did talk about going to the SMODcasatle Film Festival. I literally just flew. Like, I got off work Tuesday, flew in Tuesday night, woke up, I got there kind of late-ish, or 10ish, and it was already dark. And I got to my Airbnb. Oh man, decent Airbnb, but it's a little spooky. Like, not spooky like a horror house. Spooky like I got a ghetto house, but it was fun. I liked it. It did its job. I needed a place to rest my head, shower, and use the restroom, and it did that. But my flight, I had to be at the airport at like 4 in the morning, or I had to wake up at 4 in the morning to be at the airport at 5 on Thursday, and then I had to fly in and went straight to work. So then when I went to work, I what do you call it? I went to work, and then I had to go start my day all over at my weekend. So here we go. So I went to the SMODcasatle Film Festival, and is it called? Kevin Smith. Sorry. What do you call it? And I keep getting my Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. There you go. It's a movie house. Yeah, because there's also Leonardo, there's Red Bank, and then there's Atlantic Highlands. Yeah. So this was the film festival they had this past week. So it started off on Wednesday, November 30th, and it just finished up yesterday. I also know that there's a few people. I mean, a lot of people from Texas were there, which I thought was pretty cool. People like Texas. Eric Anderson was there. I ran into Jay Boyd. It's kind of cool. Like, Texans show up. I know other people from Texas were there, but I thought it was cool. Just kind of see. I was like, I know I wasn't gonna be the only person from Texas, but when we get kind of comfortable around each other, which is funny. But we got to see. So flew in. I got picked up by a friend the next day, and I'll give him a shout out right now. Bill Baza from The Good Soup Live. Friend of mine. So if you guys get a chance, like and subscribe to The Good Soup Live. It is on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and it's a show with Bill Baza, his wife Angie, and I guess right now we have Chris Coates filling in for Johnny, or I don't know, Johnny I think is taking a break, but I could give this show a chance if you like, just to have somebody having a conversation, people having a good time. If you just need like down conversation, like people they do things. They do giveaways. They have prizes. Bill's real big on I call him Wild Bill, like everyone else. He's real big on social media. So if y'all need any help or any questions on social media, I'd say reach out to him at The Good Soup Live, or just give him a shot. Watch their shows. I enjoy them. Anybody out of the whole VSQ or the whole Jersey crew over there, it's awesome. It's cool to get to meet them. He took care of me, and thank you, Angie and Bill, for letting me stay at your place. 'Cause I stay at their house because my Airbnb was a little too far, and they live not too far from the airport, so it was like a 40-minute drive from the airport if I would go back to my Airbnb, and then it was only like 15 minutes from their place, so they let me stay there, so it was cool. And yeah, we had a good time. But here we are. So the movies were great. So here we go. The first one I saw. So they did the, I think 5 blocks. So you pay for like one movie. I mean, one ticket, you get 2 movies, and it's usually like a short and a feature. So the first first short we got to watch was The Undesirables. So let's get this one up and running and talk about this one. It actually, all it says here is The Undesirables TV series 2021, stars Jay Muse, Natalie Neep, and Tony D'Antonio. And basically, this was, I guess, Jay Muse in purgatory, and if he was in a corporate office, and if purgatory was a conglomerate business. So it is. Welcome to Purgatory. So it was a nice nice. I'm not really getting away into the plot point. This is a good short. It was nice. I guess it was supposed to be for 2021, so maybe they had something to do. I don't know too much about it. I saw it there, and it was great acting. It was a good little short. I enjoyed it. And then from there, we got to watch the movie that I'd been talking about for a minute, because I had been talking about it when we went to go watch Clerks 3, and it was there it is, Wrong Reasons. That was the main reason I wanted to go check out, because I wanted to go be part of the first annual film festival, because for a lot more reasons. I forgot. Where is my? Oh no, I forgot to show you. Well, I bought an ad for the film festival, so I gotta go find it so I can show it real quick. But what do you call it? Yeah, here's that fan art by Chris McDonald. There's a little shout out there to Chris. But Wrong Reasons. So I ended up watching this movie. Man, it was good. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, because I don't want to ruin it. It is worth the watch. I'm talking about Wrong Reasons, 2022, 1 hour 35 minutes, comedy drama when an ambiguously intentioned masked man kidnaps a drug addict punk singer. It triggers a police investigation as well as a media circus. Director and writer Josh Rouse, stars Paris Aerosmith, Omar El Gamal, Ralph Garman, and the main actress Liv Rouse, Josh's wife. Man, she does a great performance. She brings in a good. She brings in a really solid performance. Also, shout out to Ralph Garman and Keith Coogan's in this. Ralph Garman does a great job too, and he does. I mean, he was in 2 of the movies this weekend, so it was nice getting to see him really put in some acting chops into it. This movie has a great story. The story is really good to this movie. I highly recommend, if you get a chance to watch this one when it's streamable, or if you see it at the theater, I'd say give it a shot. I knew it was going to be like the cinematic look was going to be there, because it's Josh has like a great. I could tell he's the photographer. I could tell you, just hanging out with him a few times, seeing his personality. He probably has a good eye for things. So I knew he was gonna have great. And then Kevin Smith is executive producer, so I know he's back in it, and he's in the movie. So Silent Bob ain't so silent in this one. But also the story though, I really was I was really moved by the story. It's a good story. So if you get a chance, watch Wrong Reasons. The link is in the descriptions or below. Is that what you say? Down below? I don't know. I'm gonna use this. But that movie was good. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to talk about it too much. There's a lot of cameos. I shouldn't even say that. Sorry. But just give it a watch. It's good. I don't know. It's the new feels like the next deal, because Kevin Smith branching off and people are being inspired. So I'm trying to see what I can get out of this, out of myself, because I watching him and meeting them, talking to them, getting questions. Because look, here they are. Boom. That was the crew for Wrong Reasons, and that's the movie they made. And here I am with Josh. Boom. So hanging out with him, got to talk to him a little bit. But let's go move on. So we saw those 2 movies. Wrong Reasons. I would promote it more here, but I don't want to talk about it and ruin it for anybody. So then after that, we saw. Oh, okay. Then I took a break because I was hanging out with my boy Derek Albidi from On Our Own, Troy Burbank's series on Amazon Prime. Give it a shot. But we were chilling. We were kicking it. And did I not say that from the Good Soup Live, the voice of God, Chris Codes? So these guys are part of the SMODcast SMODcasatle, and it's cool. They're great individuals. If I have questions or just want to hang out, they're pretty cool people just to chill with. But oh wait, oh no, sorry. So also part of because Chris is also part of the show on Wednesdays mornings. I think it's at 9. It's like 10 a.m. over there because like an hour before the store opens for Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. They have live at the stash at the Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. So oh wait, I forgot to upload the photo, but they have a show on the morning, and it's a cool show. I like it because they have their top 5 comics. They talk about pop culture, talk about current events, talk about conventions, talk about a lot of things. And it's I've been tuning in and watching it. So here we go. So it's live from the Secret Stash, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. And I met Mike Zapsik last time. One of the times I was out there, I've been hanging out with at the shop, and I finally got to meet. I finally took a selfie with Julie, but I've been hanging out with her a few times, so we got to have some cool conversations. Oh yeah, that's why I sliced my finger at work that day. That's the day before. But yeah, so I got to meet them, and so it's all kind of cool. Like everybody kind of like all kind of associated together. And here I am with Derek and his buddy Vincent, who's an actor as well. He was cool, so we got to pose in front of the. I don't know, it's kind of cool. They people to go out and do the red carpet thing is pretty funny, pretty cool. I enjoy it. I mean, I don't care about taking too much of a photo, but I do care about taking a photo with my buddy Chuck Staton. I did the Chuck Staton pose. This guy's great, man. I met him a couple months ago. I saw him last year in 2021 in Rhode Island, and he's got I gotta give my boy a shout out because he's got a podcast and he does a lot of things. I'm learning a lot from him, from just what do you call it? Just because he does a lot of stuff that I do. So I'm like, well, wow. I think he has a background in filmmaking too. But let's see, he's got his what is his podcast called? I forget what it's called. But yeah, Tuesdays with Stories. There we go. So let's give a shout out to my boy Chuck because he's always been cool with me. And every time I've asked him multiple questions online, and just after we met, I've been like, "Yo, Chuck, what do I do here? What do I do with this? How does this go?" And he's just like, "Yeah, bro, just do this, that." I was like, "Oh, cool." So give him a little shout out here. Boom, Chuck Stanton. Tuesdays with Stories, and that's with him and I believe Brad. And yeah, so he's got some of his. There he is with Jason Lee and Ethan Suplee. we could have Chucks. Yeah, so this guy's been awesome. I got to hang out with him. I think that's Brad. Got to hang out with him. He's been cool. Always supportive. Always has good things to share with me. So cool, man. I appreciate it. So back to the film festival. So watched Wrong Reasons, and then the next block because we went to go hang out, take a break, and then went to the next because next block started. And got to watch a short movie by Troy Burbank, and written by him and his wife Michelle Burbank, called Wasted Blind. And this one, talk about this is a drama. This is a good one. This is Wasted Blind 2023, 38 minutes, short drama. Troy Burbank, writers Michelle Burbank and Troy Burbank, stars Ernest O'Donnell, Matt Riley, and Macy Jones Swanton. I gotta give it up to the acting between Matt and Ernie. Man, he does a good job. This is definitely. I don't want to talk too much about this one either. This one is a good one just to kind of watch. And if you ever get to see this one out, or if Troy's promoting this movie, I'd say give it a shot. Ernie does a really good job performing with his co-star there, Matt. I don't want to talk too much about this one because this one I don't want to ruin anything about it. But if you can see the intensity on the flyer, on the poster there. The movie post there, that's kind of like the whole movie, but give it a shot. I mean, all these 4 movies I saw were amazing, but I don't want to ruin this one either because Troy has a really good, him and his wife, they wrote a really good movie here, and it was shot, I like that it's shot in Jersey, so you get to see all that stuff out kind of Jersey, around Jersey, and I got to, I've been in a few houses now in Jersey, I'm like, oh, I get the feel, and plus I got my Wawa. I got on my Wawa now. I'm gonna put that, but I got my Wawa there. So, Wawa's like this, like groceries. I don't know. It's like because like a Bucky's kind of thing, like a tiny Bucky's thing. But you see there, I got the sausage and bacon and egg platter. I wasn't really digging breakfast, but we're gonna eat, so why not? But yeah. So that was the third movie, and it led right into the fourth movie, which was quite a pleasant movie. There, Kilroy. Um, Kilroy was here, 2022 comedy horror, a horror anthology centered around the phenomenon of the Kilroy was here graffiti. Kevin Smith is the director, and he's also the director, and he's one of the writers with Andrew McElfresh. Stars Ryan Onan, Harley Quinn Smith, and Chris Jericho. Yeah, this one was it's a cool way of writing horror, and it's I don't know how much I can talk about. Kilroy was here. I think it's the first NFT is what they were calling it. Let's do a little bit of research on it. Let's see if I can see, because he kept saying it was the first. They were trying to make a movie NFT. So let's see if there's anything on this in the okay, here we go. Got it right here. Good old Wikipedia. All right. It says here. Let's see. No, not you. It says Kilroy was here. Is an American comedy horror anthology film directed by Kevin Smith, written by Smith and Andrew McElfresh. The film stars Azita Ghanizada, Ryan Onan, Harley Quinn Smith, Chris Jericho, Justin Kusulian, Jason Mewes, and Ralph Garman. Another Ralph Garman shout out. Oh, his character in that one. Ooh. The film was released as 5,555 exclusive non-fungible tokens on July 12, 2022, which wasn't too long ago, on Legendio Secret Network's NFT minting platform. It is the first featured film to be released as an NFT. Yeah, so like art. The film is a comedy horror anthology. Let's see. I guess. Oh yeah, no, there's a lot behind this. So, but it's an NFT. So I guess that's has whenever made anything. The budget was $1 million. But let's get out of there. All right. So that's what basically the film festival going through. I got to watch 4 great movies. Got to have a great experience. Got to hang out with friends. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year's. Excuse me, got a little cough. Yeah, my Stream Deck still won't. I haven't really messed with it. I was trying to get it earlier, but I have it here. It's supposed to be plugged in, so I can have like a cough button, so I just hold it down. But now, for right now, I just gotta do this. Click. Anyways, but the festival was fun. I liked going to flying to Jersey. I was also trying to see can I fly in and do something for how would it be hang out for 24 hours and fly back. But man, the airport there, it drains you being in the airport. It's exhausting. Because they got to keep them safe, so they can't really keep them they have to keep them sterile, but they want to keep them okay. So what I'm trying to say is it's just, I don't know, just going in and out of the airport. It's also just, I guess I'm starting to travel more and more now, but I hadn't traveled before as much as I've done recently, and starting to get more and more airports. And the more I check, the more I enjoy it. I enjoy once I get there, but the whole process of it, no, I don't enjoy. It's kind of even I don't know. TSA is funny, but yeah. So basically, this whole trip was just for me to experience, understand, see a little bit of motivation, and also, I bought ad space. I got to get I left it in the living room, but I got some programs, and I'm at the very end, and at the bottom right. And I'm there with a voice actor and the Transgender Film Commission, so it's pretty cool. I'm there with some pretty cool other representation. I like that the voice actor is in there. I wish I had it in my hands. I could shout out, do it later. But yeah, so got the new logo. I'm starting to understand more or less what my show is. I got to kind of plan out the shows ahead of time. A little bit better. Yeah, they're every Monday I'm going to be here. So I guess whether I could shoot it up, because the next 3 Mondays or the next 4 shows are just gonna be like me, because I rather prefer to like get ready for when January comes around. And also when I ask people, a lot of people say Mondays. Interesting. I don't know about Mondays, so I'm like, all right, well, I have Mondays available. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking, doing the podcasting. I enjoy also just helping me stay in check too, because the more I talk about it, I don't like talking about things. I just like doing them, but also like I don't I like kind of throwing stuff out, ideas out, just to see where they go, or if there's any legs there, or what can I do with them. Because it's always good to have ideas. It's always good to conceptualize and see what you can bring to life. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff that I've been just doing the last few weeks, it's just, oh man, it's just, I guess if mental health is something we need to talk about every time on this show, just to say like, man, having a kid like it's exhausting. And I knew it wasn't gonna be easy, but man, there's this. I'm touching my feet because there's this stuff we got that he gets a hold of, and I don't understand. Oh, you know what it's called? I got it right here. It's called kinetic sand. I don't understand. Why do we have kinetic sand? I like get it all over my feet, and like it's just sand that you can play with, but it actually, and he likes, right now he has brown, and the tiles brown, or I have the floor, the wood floor, and it blends in, so I'm just stepping and dragging this stuff all over the house, and it's like making me, it's bothering me. I don't. It's actually like what do they call it? It's a sensory. It's messing with my sensor. My sensors, like I step and it just grows. Like I have to like, and you just gotta like brush off your feet. But even has me too. Like right before the show starting, I was like making the kinetic sand monster. Oh, sorry. I was making the kinetic sand monster just while I was waiting time to go down, because I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like my feet are just being like attacked. Not attacked, just like the blob. It just, ugh. But things like that, like cleaning your house, and then the next day it's just getting like dirty because you're playing with kinetic sand all day, or you're playing, I don't know, just it's just fun, but at the same time it's exhausting. And I'm actually now in the corner more. I don't know if you can see, I'm a little tighter now. Anybody that's noticed, I'm a little bit tighter now because I have I'm cleaning. I cleaned all this area out. Like I need my energy to be better, so I'm cleaning out the studio. Because also I'm giving up the studio space already for the little guy. He's gonna be moving, my little homeboy. I call him homeboy, because he's my homie. He's just at home with me. But he's gonna get this room, so I'm kind of cleaning it out, getting the energy going. I think it's a big deal to have a good clean space, But I mean, I didn't realize I have like so much stuff. I've been going on adventures, so I'm just going and bringing stuff with me to tell. What do you call it? Yeah. So I think a lot of like headspace. I think a lot of just like feeling comfortable. Getting out of my comfort zone as well. Going to another state I've been flying to. It's getting more comfortable. Starting to meet people. I did get somebody said, hey, a lot of people here. I go, well, I've been meeting people. It's the same people. So I just kind of just keep having the same conversations. Not same conversations, but it's having the same introduction to people. I don't have to kind of keep introducing myself when you kind of remember people. But what was I going to say? Yeah, all in all, from the film festival, I actually got to meet Ming Chen, but I have a photo here and I look like crap. And I took it like awkward. But here you go. I got to meet Ming. So it was cool, man. He was in the house too. Got to hang out with Ming for a minute. But I didn't want to bother him. But yeah, so meeting more and more of the people, and the old SMODcasatle, the old View Askew, the old East Coast. It's everything that I'm learning with them, just bringing back and understanding how do I find my version of it, because it's something I like doing, and I like to I'll share that with people, because I think that important. Like you have to be like, if you're having thoughts, or if something's bothering you, I don't feel like you have to like express or talk about it. You just have to find a way for you to you don't have, like, if you find a way to express it or get it out. But I think it's okay to just talking about it. I'll share this before we go. What I like doing is I like getting, and I take lifts and Ubers a lot, and they get expensive, they get pricey. But one thing I like doing is I like having conversations, and I had some really, really good conversations this past trip. I had with the Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. I had some really good conversations, and one of the gentlemen in my drivers there was he was I guess kind of going through something, because he was talking to me about just him, how he's overworked, but he likes working. He's got a son and his daughter, and his he's got his ex and all this stuff. And I was okay with just listening to him. And at the end, listened to him for like 15, 20 minutes. And at the end, he was more like, "Hey, appreciate it, thank you." And I was like, "Yeah, man, not it's whatever, dude. Like, we're driving." And he was actually having a pretty funny conversation with it. So I was just like listening to it. But I record the conversations because it's like, it's just audio, and it's just like, I don't know this individual. We're from like two different parts of the country. So I like to hear like accents, like to hear the way they talk. And sometimes some people, they don't want to talk. But even like, I thought it was cool because the first guy the second, because I had to take two lifts, because I had to make a stop somewhere. And then that's why I have a bad cough again. But, when in Rome. So the second, I had a 35-minute drive to my Airbnb, and I was talking to a gentleman from the Dominican Republic, and we were talking about we're talking in Spanish, and two different cultures, where I'm from and where he's from, but we can communicate because we both speak Spanish, and we kind of just started hitting it off, and just listening to him and I have a kind of conversation, and getting to know each other a little bit better. I was having a great time. And even when I got to like, I'm not trying to put down my Airbnb, but I had to pick it. I went for the cheapest thing. I said, let's see, whatever this is. And, but it was kind of like in a rough neighborhood, or I don't know. That's what they say. I don't know. But, even he was very, like, he got compassionate with me because he had like a friendship kind of connection with me. And even he didn't want to, I was like, why is he avoiding, I could see the GPS on the house. Why is he going in a circle? And then finally because we had to go like in this like circle thing. And finally, when he got there, he goes, "Are you sure you want to stay here?" Like, he almost like offered to like for me to stay with him, and I was kind of like, "Nah, I'm okay, man. I already paid for this. I'll be good." But I thought that was cool, and just being able to communicate, because he was on the phone talking Spanish, so I was just like, "All right." I started saying, "Hey, cómo estás?" And he was like, "Oh, this guy speaks Spanish." So we hung up the phone, and he started talking to me, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, but outside of that, outside of the film festival, outside of everything else, I've been doing well. I got to go to yesterday. I got to go with the a skate party. Yeah, my son it's like every weekend, like in the summer, I've gone to like different parties. I went to like 9 parties every Saturday and Sunday, like almost every Sunday, but every Saturday is just every Saturday for sure. Party, birthday, or like somebody invited me and I had to take a break off, or we couldn't. There's like 2 at the same time, so I had to pick one. But out of all the birthdays and stuff, it starts being like, man, you spend a lot of time with your kid, but you're spending a lot of time with people driving. It's a thing, especially when I'm working in between everything. And but I'm not complaining. This is just observation. But when we went to the skating rink, and man, I tried using the skates. And I forget I'm not a skateboarder. I am a rollerblader. So I got rollerblades instead, and man, I was having so much fun. And the rollerblades were like, what do you call it? They're amazing. I hadn't done rollerblading in a while, but I will say that there's a reason why I picked up right where I left off, but I will say there was a reason why I had rollerblades as a young kid, and that's because of this movie right here, Airborne. 1993, PG, 1 hour 31 minutes. Adventure comedy sport. California born and raised surfer Mitchell Goosen has to spend 6 months in Ohio while learning the hard way love is where the heart is. Director Rob Bowman, writers Bill Apablaza and Stephen McVenty. Stars Shane McDermott, Seth Green, and Brittany Powell. And you can see Jack Black right there smack in the middle. This movie was like, I remember I enjoyed watching this movie. I didn't understand it at first because I didn't understand the whole like changing of states and scenarios and environments. Then once I realized it's the fish out of water story, I just kind of went with it. Airborne. Yeah, because he can't surf, but he can rollerblade in Ohio. And I mean, they need to put more photos of the movie, man. There we go, Seth Green. Like, yeah, he does. He's the cousin. There's that's the guy that can't skate, I think. Or is that's the main guy? Yeah, Shane McDermott. I love this movie. This is a great movie. Oh, that's him. He can skate. Yeah, it's I can't. I gotta rewatch this movie. It's been a minute. I'm gonna watch it soon. I'll watch it, maybe report next week. But doing the skates, because I remember, yeah, I think it's just a competition they do. It's not even like a, it's not like a Gleaming the Cube with Christian Slater. It's this one. This one is more like, oh, look at that heartthrob. I need headshots. I need to start doing this as an actor. If I want to take my acting serious, I got to start doing all this. It's part of the comes with the territory. Let's see. But yeah, so I did that. But on Friday, I did something. We did something on Friday. We got invited to a. Actually, man, I went twice. I went twice, like in a 4-day span. Like I just mentioned, I was going to a lot of like birthday parties, and I started going on Saturday. We started going to the trampoline places, the jump places, and they're kind of fun. But I think I'm getting a little too comfortable. But I have footage of me having a good time at the trampoline place. Trying to figure out what movie related I do. I think maybe I needed to make a trampoline movie. Maybe I get a little too excited, but I'm gonna show everybody right here little footage of me at the trampoline park. That that didn't hurt. That was goofy. That was silly. But the next like 20 minutes later, I did a jump and I landed like on my heels and I just felt like a jolt to my back. That trampoline place is pretty dangerous. I gotta say, I don't. I think I'm like. I have a feeling. I feel like I'm like in deep water when I'm there, and I'm like just like swimming around great white sharks or something, or like I don't know. Like there's like a Loch Ness monster around me. Like I don't even realize that it's a lot more dangerous than it is because those places. I've been going a lot lately, but I noticed that like I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable like jumping around, and if you don't land it right, it's like boom. Or if you just like fall and you hit your face, like my son, as you can see, he even plays along after I hit him with the ball. But I didn't even realize that like if you fall off and you hit your face, that hurts. It's like a boom, boom, and you're just like, oh, I thought the trampoline was. It's finding a way to like learning how to absorb the shock and shoot it up. But yeah, we're here at the end of the show. Ah, yeah, I hurt myself though. I thought I was gonna be in pain for a minute, but it went away. Or maybe I just kept stretching and it finally went away. But yeah, so this show's about over, and I just wanted to yeah, get on Monday nights. I know that my show's boring. I need to bring a little bit more life to it. But this right now just been a little bit busy, and I'm gonna stay busy. So I'll find other ways to work on the quality, work on guests, work on stuff. I'll have the JDF interview out Wednesday, and just put it on my YouTube, and we'll go from there. And then maybe I could help some people just understanding more or less what's going on in this world, and for people that need a way of understanding like a little bit. Oh, sorry. I said I was going to end it like this. Here we go. But yeah, understand a little bit life, because mental health is a big deal, and movies always tend to like help me out and help me calm down. Also, I was going to bring up the parenting thing because I was gonna watch. I was watching Father of the Bride 2. I got like 15 minutes into it, but I had to like take a break because we're doing something else. But I was watching it and watching Steve Martin in that movie as he parents, and he that's it. I thought there we go. As he parents and he goes through the whole process of it as like an older parent, like it's pretty cool. And then I just brought up Lucas talking, and unfortunately Christy Alley passed away today, so R.I.P. Christy. And but this is the show where I'm kind of trying to figure it out, be honest, and want to bring more things to everybody. More. I like the adventure aspect of this, where I can go do something and come back and talk about it. So that's where I'm starting to understand I can do that in this show. For the most part, I was just coming on here trying to figure out what is this, what is podcasting, what is mental health, what are movies, what is these mediums, what is everything. So I guess I'll leave it with my Manic medium. Remember, we're talking about My Manic Mondayz on the Indie Escape Network. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to watch the other shows. But where's my button? Here we go. My Manic Media is I've been binge watching animated series lately. I'm going through the Rick and Morty phase, so I'm watching season 6. It's coming out. I think episode 9 just came out. Gonna watch that probably tonight or tomorrow morning. But I've been watching shows lately. I've started looking at stuff on Netflix now. I think I've been taking Netflix for granted. It's a lot of stuff I haven't seen, but it's just a sea of stuff. Like, how do you keep up with all this? There's just no way, right? But we'll find a way. We'll find a way to just maybe find movies that relate to us, or maybe just great movies that we can enjoy to help us plug. But I think it's important to be honest with yourself. And I think nowadays with the future and everybody just being kind of able to get a hold of everybody, be on top of everybody. Like, I always use that phrase. It's weird. But like, just to get a hold of people, like before it passed, it wasn't like that. Now it's different. So to get a hold of the artists is not very hard. But anyways, that's the end of the show. Thank you for listening to me. I'm CJ Robles. This is my Manic Mondayz, the movie and mental health show. We just had a great episode again, so thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. We're on all of them, all the major ones, major platforms. So peace. Have a good night.